Also want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work of true sincerity. And we're going to jump right into it. This is Proverbs 22:1. It says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. So a good name is basically your character. You know, your how you present yourself, man. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this in the Strong's. Let's get that word name. Your reputation, fame, glory. It says memorial, monument. So that's your reputation. A good name is your reputation. How people look at you. How you present yourselves, both in private and in public. You know, because if you ain't doing that, then basically you are following the ways of hypocrisy. Now, those that have a good name are set up as examples for the men of the Lord, starting with the elders and apostles on down. You know, their humility, their humbleness, their works, their examples brought to themselves a good name. And that's why in the beginning of videos, whether we do a private videos or whether we do we're out on the highways and hedges, you know, we give glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai first and foremost. But we also give double honor to the men of the Lord, the apostles and others of Great Millstone. You know, and people try to say that we are being man pleasers or man worshiping, and that is not the case. That's just respect to elders. You know, I was going to get a scripture right now. That double honor scripture. And that is something that's taught in our culture. The culture being that of the Israelites. Let's go ahead and get that scripture. This is 1 Timothy 5:17. It says, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor. Let the elders that rule well, because they have been set up as the heads of Great Millstone, which is where the true teaching of the Bible comes from. Let's get that word rule. This is to place over, to set over, to superintend, to preside, to protect, to guard, to give aid, to give attention to, profess honest occupations. And that's what that is the work that the elders apostle have been charged with by the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Said, let the elders that rule well be worthy of double honor. Let's get that word honor. And it says here, volume by which price is fixed, the price, honor which belongs or is shown to one. Honor, the honor which one has reason of rank and state of office which he holds, deference, reverence. So it's just a matter of respecting of your elders. Just like the scriptures say, to honor your father and mother. You know, show respect. That's what we do to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone when we repeat that phrase, you know, during the beginning of videos. And that's something that men have always done amongst themselves. You know, there is an honor among men. You know, when you display a character, then you're encouraging and promoting that same character among the group that you're being with. There's another scripture that, you know, men should not speak ill of you. Let's see if I can find that one. Let's see here. Something to that effect. I can't find it right now, but we'll continue on the lesson. It's going back to 1 Timothy 15, 5 and 17. So basically, that's what we do. This is a matter of respect. You know, it's like any organization where you have you know, rank, structure, and order. And guess what? That's how it's going to be in the kingdom. There's going to be rank, structure, and order. You know, that's the commandments of the Lord. You know, because He commands all things to be done decently and in order. Man, let's go ahead and get that. So this is nothing new, man. This isn't you know, and people, they say that, you know, this is a cultish behavior. No, this is just respect among men. You're going to find the same thing in any organization, whether it be the military or any other organization where men do things for the benefit of the group. This is for 1 Corinthians 14 and 10, or 14 and 40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order. Let's go ahead and get that in the NLT. It said, but be sure that everything is done properly and in order. And part of doing everything properly in order is showing respect and establishing a good name among yourself, and by your character and by your actions. So let's go ahead and get Ecclesiastes 7 and 1. This is just a real quick lesson of thoughts that I was thinking of, because the world doesn't do that. Especially the world that we live right now. It's a lot of backbiting and complaining and a lot of murmuring upon each other, gossip, men acting like women through gossip and speaking all kinds of bullshit, man. And there's no integrity, there's no character, there's no expectation of consequence of action. There's none of that, man. That's an old way, and that's the way that we're eventually going to go back to, man. Especially amongst the people that you're around that are in the world. All that's gone. All that is gone, man. But just trying to get by and just to find the easiest path. And I know the Elder Gabar, he speaks about the Stoic mentality. And the Stoic mentality, it goes into all of this. It goes into character and structure and order and discipline and things of that nature. And he's absolutely right when he brings those comparisons from the Bible to Stoicism up. Because this is a Stoic lifestyle, if you really want to look at it. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 1. It says, a good name, make sure it's recording, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. So a good name is better than precious ointment. Your character. And we got that word name, your memorial, your integrity, your spirit. And that good name is what people say about you, not what you say about yourself. And what people say about you reveals, how you're perceived by people in general. You could have a high opinion of yourself, but just because you have a high opinion of yourself doesn't mean it's necessarily true, unless you have the actions to prove it. Then people will notice that as well. The Scripture said they're supposed to speak of your good works. This is Matthew 5 and 16 said, let your light so shine before men, your character, your personality, your integrity, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So, we act in a certain manner, in a certain way, for the glorification of the Lord. So that's why when you come into this truth, it's emphasized that you got to be a completely new man. And that's something that you really got to work on sometimes. You got to ship away of bad habits, of bad ideas, of bad practices, and just be completely a full 360, like they say. That people should see your good works. Like, hey, there's something different about that dude. That dude stands out. That man stands out. That dude he's a good dude. That brings us to Proverbs 27 and 2. This is Proverbs 27 and 2. It says, let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth. So that's how they do that, by seeing your good works, by your showing forth of your light, by your showing forth of your integrity, by establishing your good name. It says, let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips. You see, that's what it is, man. That mentality should rule and govern your every decision and your every action. Going all the way right to the words that you speak. Now, if you look at these other Israelite camps, you see what their character is. You see what their name is. You see what they're about. And even amongst other camps, you gotta be careful what you're displaying in the public. That's why when brothers go out to public places for fellowship or whatever, you have to be mindful of your behavior, man. You got, today I saw at work, I saw a man, shopping, and he had the fringes on his on the shirt, you know, like IUIC does. They sew fringes on their shirt, you know, and that's an outward appearance. That's an outward show of glory. Whether that man is considered or doing the work or just copying what another man does is, I don't know. But those things like that you see, you know, we don't have to wear fringes, man. That's IUIC. That's their practice. We don't gotta wear fringes upon all our clothing. You know, that's why the scripture says to be slight as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You know, we're not seeking the glory of men. And that's why I said, let another man praise you, not that no mouth, a stranger, not that no lip. Let's go to Proverbs 25 and about the 22nd verse it is. I think it is. You know, because this whole lesson is about establishing and maintaining a good name. This is Proverbs 25 and 27. It said, it is not good to reach more 20. So for man to search for their own glory is not glory. He that has no rule over his spirit, like a seed that is broken down and without walls. So that goes into how your behavior, your character is, man. And so you got to be mindful of that as well. You know, if anything, this truth taught me, one of the main things that taught me, and I learned all of this by pain, by doing the wrong things over and over again. Is to be mindful of all the actions that I take. To be mindful of, you know, to judge my own actions. To slow down in my decision making. To slow down in my daily routine and really think about it, man. You know, because at the end of the day, we're creatures of habit. And once you get into the groove of a bad habit, then that bad habit can slowly take its toll on you. And it could destroy you. And part of that is establishing yourself with a good name, good works, and making those habits, making those your daily practice. You know, and I like going into the law because it's just because I feel that this truth is more than just calling the white man the devil. There's a whole other spectrum to it, which includes the seeking and the displaying of righteousness. First and foremost with yourself. We're gonna get one more scripture. We'll close it on that. 2 Corinthians 10 and 12. It says, for we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves. That goes along with being humility. But they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. We will not boast of things without our measure, but according to the measure of the rule which Yahweh has given to us, a measure to reach even unto you. For we stretch not ourselves beyond our measure, as though we reach not unto you, for we are come as far as to you, also preaching of the gospel of Yahweh Shai. So the point I wanted to get was in verse 12. We dare not make ourselves of a number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves. And you see that example in the apostles and others, a great millstone, man. You know, even the Apostle Gabar said a video long time ago. He said the key to surviving or being or maintaining or longevity in this truth is humility and humbleness. And I believe that, you know, that's 100% true. And that goes along with having a good name. With that being said, just a real quick lesson. Most I will hope is edifying. That would give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Kahala Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.